anyone's even here yet. So I'll just chill. Let's try and get an angle where you can see me and this drawing. Cool. Okay. Right. Well, you can't really see me, but I'm close enough. Um, I'm going to jump on my own video. That's weird. And then I can read from this way, can I? How does this work? Hello, one person. How are you? Sleep bio. Two now. Right. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm so good at this, right? I'm so good. Hello. Hey Jay. I'm okay. Hey Casper. Hey AKA Francis. Wow, loads of people are coming in. Hey Kits, Alicia, Ringo, Jay, Richard. Yes, that is my dog. Alicia, I'm so sorry my internet went out earlier. Um, it seems to have stabilized. I don't know. I don't know what the score is. Hey Joyce. Hey Barbara. I apologize for the sound of my voice just now, because it is absolutely done in. But it's way better than it was. Right, okay, good. I have now got my phone down here so I can read comments. Now, you can't see this, but I've got my drawing tablet down here, which I'm drawing. So that's a picture of Otis, and I'm obviously drawing it. But I thought you're not going to be able to see that, so I've just turned my laptop there so that you can see what I'm doing. Hey Clara, hey Angelo, hey Rebecca. Did I get Kim? Hello Kim. If I didn't, how's everyone doing? How's the weekend going? Was that me, Casper? Did I give you that recipe? Because it works. My vocal mentor, if you like, someone that's teaching me the ways, she said to add in pineapple juice, which I eat pineapple. It's got an enzyme that breaks down something, which is good for your voice. But I've never put it in my drink, so that could be an idea. Or I'll just have some pina coladas. Okay, what's happening here? Barbara's on her way home after work. I hope work was good. I hope it wasn't too tiring. Angelo, hello from the Philippines. I've got some Filipino singers that I want to listen to soon. Once I can actually, do the singing thing again. I'm glad your weekend's good, Casper. Richard, you can't be. Just draw a lot. Or maybe not even about drawing a lot, but I wasn't very good at this at first. But you just keep going. Rebecca, you lost 7.5 pounds. That's amazing. That is really, really cool. Well done. It's midsummer in Sweden today. We're all tired. I feel that. I feel that. Hey Mendez from Indonesia. It's good to see you all. Richard can draw a bird as long as it's still in the egg. Right. Pardon me. Hi Mohammed. How's Pakistan today? And isn't this weird? Like, we're talking from all over the world. I mean, I'm old, so maybe it's just like the internet's not caught up with me, but I find that crazy. I can just like hop on and talk to you all. Procreate, I've heard a lot about Procreate. Hey, A Crimson. Ginger juice helps when you have a sore throat. Ginger is really good because it's an anti-inflammatory, like a natural one. So yeah, that stands to reason. Drawing is such good therapy. I agree. I'm just going over this with no, that's wrong. With his like coat color because it's going over the edges in some point. So what I'm going to do is go back into the other layer and erase it so that it will be grey underneath. I hope that made sense. Oh, it was amazing, Richard. I had like such an emotional reaction to that song. It's crazy. Really good. They're so good together, aren't they? Did I listen to Shirley Bassey's Beyonce cover? No, I've not. Hello, Popland. I've not. Did she not do Pink's Get the Party Started? She's some woman, that Shirley Bassey. Lemon tea as well. Yes, lemon tea is very, very good for your throat. Right. Oh, I missed a bit. Look at that pink bit in his face. Don't know if you can see that. It doesn't look pink on the screen. Hamilton, I'm definitely going back to when I get the chance. Shawn Mendes, I'm sure we'll get to him at some point as well. Hi, Kelsey. I'm really, really enjoying the Hamilton ones. To be fair, they're good fun. It's not like any musical I've ever seen. I've only really seen. Oh no, I have actually seen a few. But I went to Broadway and seen Book of Mormon, which I thought was really funny. We got tickets. Me and my friend Matt got won these amazing tickets, and the show was just crazy. Hey Christine, how are you? How was the Was it the Meadows? No, you weren't in the Meadows. Where were you? I can't remember. My memory's so bad. BTS. I'm sure we'll be doing more BTS as well. Of course, of course, of course, of course. Philip Jaruski. I don't know if I've heard him. Why did you get so startled when people talk to you? I don't know. I'm doing it again, so I apologise. Edinburgh Newtown, that's right. Oh. So, have I ever reacted to K-pop EXO? Yeah, I've got a couple, but they're like really old videos, so they're not the best. I will go back to them at some point because I really enjoyed them. And was there one called Chen? I think that's the only name I remember. But if I didn't remember that right, then I don't remember any of them. Hey, Amy. Sorry, I keep replying to Kelsey and freaking her out, so I am sorry. Chen, yeah, so that is his name. That's good. Classical music. I will react to literally anything. I know that some people like have like focused channels that have like a drive and some form of direction. I don't have any of that. I just take what I feel like doing. So so yeah, I'll listen to classical music. I'll listen to anything. Taman Advice. I don't know that song. Bare Naked Ladies. I was singing the Bare Naked Ladies on Saturday. If I had $1,000,000. And I had to do most of the question and answer, so it was quite hard. I felt like I just couldn't stop. It's true, Clara. I am probably the most unorganized YouTuber on planet Earth, I would say. But people still come to watch. It's amazing. I'm forever grateful that you want to listen to me rambling on and on and on and on and on. Taman is bomb too. Kai, are these all EXO people? You'll have to educate me here because I'm none the wiser. Chaos is my brand. Do we still say that? That's my brand, or is that not cool anymore? I don't know what's going on. Film it. People have been asking me about Film it for a while now, so I will be getting to that. Oh, that's why I protected the alpha. That's why. Goodness me! Now we're cooking with gas or propane if you're Hank Hill. Blah, 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 blah. Being organised is overrated. That is very, very true. Shiny. I've heard that name come up an awful lot. Azka. Oh, thank you. You think I'm fun? And Joyce. I just say do it. It doesn't matter if you're not good at it. Art's subjective, right? What's one man's Picasso is another man's the opposite of Picasso. Exactly. Routines. Yeah. If you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room. That is the philosophy we live by in this house. All facts, no printers. I like that too. I might use that. If you see that popping up on my channel, then stealing it. Hello, fellow amazing human Noel. How are you? What's been happening? What's popping? Is that a thing we say? Why do I keep saying things that sound like people say them in pop culture, but I don't know? So I have to cross-reference everything with, do we still say that? Do we still do that? Is that a thing? So digital drawing took me a little bit of getting used to, but now, like, I feel like it's actually not that hard. Basically everything's in layers, and I've still not quite worked out the layer system, but it's not bad. It's easy. What did you? Hey, purple purple Irene. Still can't say your name properly. Ah! What did you miss? You missed me rambling on and on and on. Pretty much. That's all. Exactly. We've been stuck inside, so I don't know the vernacular. Very, very astute, Christine. That gives me a good out. If you say it like it is a real thing, people will pick up on it and use it, whether it's not a real thing or whether it was or not. That's a good way to think about it. Like a fake it till you make it type scenario. Right. So I don't know where I'm supposed to go here with Otis. I suppose, like, shall we do the tongue? Let's do the tongue. Which layer's the tongue? I really should name them. That's another thing. You're supposed to name your layers, but who has time for that? Not time to name them. We're on a strict time thing. Real people outside are scary. That is very, very true. I'll co-sign that for you. So what's everyone doing this weekend? Tell me. I need to know. What are your plans? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? Yeah, it's hopefully going to look more like Otis when we're done. I'm just kind of blocking some stuff in just now. I'm desperate to sing. I cannot tell you how much I just want to start singing just now, but I've got to try and keep my voice down. So we're just going to talk. Going to church tomorrow, that sounds great. You should get in touch with Christine. She's well in the church. Who's Fanny Adams? That's a terrible joke. I apologise. Finished sixth form. Congratulations. That limbo is fun. Doing eating and sleeping. The message right underneath yours is what you can do with that time. Eat and sleep. It's not the alcohol, it's the architecture. Sorry, Christine. I didn't know it was a secret. Oh. I like the fact that I'm starting to kind of get to know like quite a few of you, and like from my comment section, and I've been lucky enough to work with some of you on sessions, and I don't know, this is going to sound really like corny or whatever, but it does kind of feel like a little community that we've got going on. How cute is that? And I'm Scottish. We don't do like overly emotional chat, so that's about as much as you're gonna get out of me. But yeah, it's touching, isn't it? Oh, listen to my chest. EXO solo albums. Baekhyun, I have heard that name before. It is a nice wee community. It is a wee nice community. Yeah, I love y'all. Love y'all. Picking apples, Anne. That sounds actually really cool. So, how do you have an orchard, or is it somewhere you go to like pick apples and they like charge you per apple? I don't know. Please let that word COVID be over. Am I allowed to say that? The C word? I don't know. YouTube's weird like that. Work in healthcare. You are the MVP if you work in healthcare. Yeah, and I want concerts opened up as well. Richard's accusing Anne. Oh, shots fired. Oh no, it's all above board. It's all above board. Anne's just explained it's her dad's orchard, so. You have a dad that owns an orchard. That is pretty cool. Well, very cool, actually, isn't it? I don't know how apple picking works if you're doing it as a business. So, like, I suppose you would charge per like pound of apples. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, and I'll second that. I would also like some cider from your dad's orchard. Sounds a bit weird saying that, but I stand by it. Hi, and ask me anything. Yeah, you can ask me whatever you want, Catherine. Anything you want. Your neighbours are accidental. They accidentally murdered your apple tree. So, would that be like not manslaughter, tree slaughter? If it was accidental? So instead of fruit, it holds a swing. Oh, so it's still kind of there. It's just not bearing any fruit. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel the ghost of the apples would hang over me like an old overcoat. I was trying to be dramatic there, and I feel like it just didn't make any sense. So I apologise. Apple cider. Oh, Richard coming out here with all the puns. So I really don't know what I'm doing right now. We're talking a lot about apples and herbicide. We're talking a lot about some controversial subjects. I'm not sure how this is going to go down with people that came here for vocally stuff. I mean, if you were coming here for vocally stuff, I'm drawing a picture of a dog, so you might have to sit down for the shock of this not being all that music oriented. But I will answer any musical questions that you may have. Well, it's about to collapse. Don't let too many kids on it at once, or you may never see it. Well, you will see the tree again, but just from like a different angle, like horizontal. Catherine, I will say your name so many times. Catherine, Catherine, Catherine. She was made in Brazil. Catherine from Brazil. Or made in Brazil. I don't know if you still live in Brazil. Hello, Richie. I don't understand what that sticker is. Maybe you are a cat in a box that can type. And if that's the case, that's an interesting factoid about you. Thanks. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm enjoying it, the process. So there's that. You know, what other type of tree climbing? What were we talking about? I don't think that was me. Hello, Janine. Sydney, you are up late, but you like listening to my voice. Well, I appreciate that. Not many people in my house like listening to my voice, so it's nice to have that appreciation from all the way over in Sydney. Otis is very like Stitch. I've not actually seen Lilo and Stitch, but it looks a bit like him. If Stitch farts a lot, then they are kindred spirits. They're probably related. I prefer virtual tree climbing. Now, I didn't know that that was a thing. I didn't know that was a service that we could get. If you can hear that noise in the background, by the way, that is Otis. He's aggressively snoring because that's just the way he is. Oh, that's why it's wrong there. Let's protect you and you. Hello, Eileen. In upstate New York. Is NY New York? Land of the bland accent. Now, I think many folk would disagree with you on that. I don't think that's a bland accent. I think it's pretty cool. He's not even sneaky about the farts, he just does it. Hello, Fira. I thought I'm saying that right. A flower luau. Oh, is that those that like garland? Strictly musical. Oh, I thought that you meant like as in Strictly Come Dancing the musical, and I was like, I didn't know that was even a thing, Clara, but it's not. So I better actually read this properly. Will I be able to sing well like ever? Yes or no? I'm lazy and unorganized, and I have no schooling. Odds against the courage. Yes, I think you can sing. I think it's some people like the journey. No, the destination is the same, but the journey can be wildly different per person. So it can take a long time, and sometimes you need to find a niche and then sit and get comfortable in that place for a while before you're ready to start kind of branching off and exploring the kind of different facets of your voice. But yeah, I believe everyone has that potential. Yeah. Craig, who's Craig Rubble Hardwood? Pardon me. I remember watching a dog that whenever his owner plays opera sings like Pavarotti, his tail wags. That's very cute. That is very cute. Oh god, oh, this is moving faster than I can read it. Um, I think we could make that happen. I don't know if I fall under the umbrella of the influenzas or the influencers as they're called. But if I see a Strictly Come Dancing the musical, I will be calling lawyers and I will be taking credit for it. Especially if and I'll be getting Richard involved if Craig Rubble Hardwood is also in it, whoever that is. Oh, Craig Revel Horwood. How did I not get that? I feel a little bit stupid. My next Damash reaction soon. Yes, he is in. I have like a playlist. So I've got my Discord has two different like pages. I don't know what you call them, like subfolders, and one is for people that can just join and then they can throw links in. And the other one is for my patrons. They get one dedicated video to them, and then they have a fast track page so they can throw all of their requests in there. And then I'll just start like picking from that list, and Dimash is in there. So he then goes into another YouTube playlist of stuff that I'm just like, I'll rattle through. So there will be more Dimash at some point, hopefully soon. When will I react to Home Free? Soon? Soon, I hope. What I really want to do is get a little bit of time where A, I have the flat to myself, and B, I have a voice to work with so that I can like talk and do examples, and then I want to just rattle through like millions, and then maybe spend like a couple of days just purely, not sorely, it might be sore, but purely editing all these videos down. Because the thing is, I do everything myself. So I get the setup done myself, I film myself, do all the audio myself. I do the videos in a really long-winded way as well. So I edit them all myself, and then I just do it all myself. So it takes a lot of time. But I lost my train of thought. Soon. Right, okay. Kelsey, that's insane. I can carry a tune, but I would never say it. Well, if you can carry a tune, then all that you really need to do is uh, maybe do a little bit of a deeper dive into how you're making the sounds and how to change that sound and develop your own tone and your own style. And then not only can you hold a tune, but you can crush it in your hand. If that's your style, you could also cradle it in your hands if you're more of a pacifist. Millions of videos. Well, maybe not like literally millions, because that would take. Well, I'd be an old man by the time I finished, if I even finished. But hundreds, tens, let's aim for tens. um, Thanks. I'm glad that was a good trail. Home free. I don't know much about them. I think are they like an a cappella group akin to like pentatonics kind of style? Richard, I'm not reading that out. Hi Sam, I want to ask how to do a run. Okay, there's a few ways. So if it's a run that you want to copy, so if it's somebody else's run, the best way that I know of doing it is you can slow the video down on YouTube. So you go into your settings and it slows the video. You can slow it down to ridiculously slow speeds, and then you can start to break each note down. Now, what I tend to do, Natalie Weiss does it in a very, very similar way as well. Number everything, because when you give a number to the individual notes, you can't you can't give one more attention than the other. I feel like with runs, a lot of people they'll like focus on the first note and the last note, and then everything in the middle they just kind of go bleh. But if you give everything a number and each number is assigned equal importance, then you can start working that through. So if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what that run was, but that's what we're going with. So you just start repeating that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice and slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly, slowly start to get that repetition in until it becomes second nature. And then you take the number out, and I replace them with like a plosive sound, so like ba, ba 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 ba, da 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 da. What you want is that kind of like glottal stop between each note, so you're still getting that definitive note, if you like. You've still got that, um, yeah, you've still got the note as a whole kind of entity. You're not blending them yet. Then you take off your consonant. So if you were doing da 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 da, you would go ah. A mini step between this could be going ah 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 ah, and again putting in that kind of glottal stop in the middle. Ah. Then just start speeding it up. Ah ah ah. Oh, I'm going flat. Ah. Anyway, if it's got a certain rhythm, then you need to start adding that in. Da 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 da. Ah. And eventually it will just kind of come. Now that was me doing a weird mini riff in what, a minute and a half. So it's not perfect, but that's the process. It takes patience. You need to drive yourself absolutely insane, going over and over and over and over and over the runs. But eventually, what happens is you start to train your voice to be agile like that, and then you can start to make them up kind of off the cuff. And as long as you know your kind of pentatonic scale, then you should be fine. Look up a pentatonic scale, and then if you've got a keyboard, you can start to play around with those. It's like a pyramid of notes where you could almost select from wherever and still get a nice riff. So, meow. I hope that helped. I don't know why I just meowed. Um, that might have been really long for everyone that wasn't interested in that answer, but my man PJ was asking, so that's what was happening there. Poor unfortunate soul, so sad, so true. I don't know the words. That is a good tune. Home free is more country. No. Cool. I like country. Why the half glove? This is for the the tablet. I don't know if you were in before the thing. I'm drawing on a tablet. So I think it's to stop your like skin from marking it. I don't really know. But it's definitely on purpose. It's not for the look. Oh, thank you, Catherine. I am glad that you like my teaching style. Amy, I am, which I shouldn't be, but here we are. But that's another thing. That's me doing a riff after not really being able to sing or speak for like a week. So, hello, Lalliput. How are you? One a thing about Lalliput is, or Lalliput, I don't know if I'm saying that right. She loves Ofrahaza more than anyone I know. So that's a tidbit of information for you on her. My voice is doing not bad. Not bad. Thank you, Lisa. That's the thing I like when people say you speak in a way that I understand. Like I get the examples and I get the kind of style of teaching. That makes my heart sing because that is what you want as a teacher, is to have a style that resonates with people, and I'm so lucky that it resonates with so many. Yeah, I if that the half glove thing, I didn't know I had it on. Hi Mimi, how are you? Now see that thing at the end of your name, Mimi. Is that like a little face doing like? Is that what that is? I feel like that's what that is. I have not drawn a single thing on this tongue. Oh, right, okay. We need to get back to the tongue. What am I doing? Airbrush. That's what we're doing. We're going in with the airbrush. People think it's naff the airbrush, but I don't care. Because I'm not doing this for real. I'm just doing it for play. Of all the videos that I've reacted to, which one is my favourite? That is a very good question, and it's also nearly impossible for me to answer because it depends on the criteria. I love listening to people from. I love listening to people that kind of surprise me. So a few like notable. What do they surprise me? I like listening to Damash because I think his voice is almost impossible to even try and break down. I do try my best. Just phenomenal talent. People like Devin Townsend, I loved listening to him. I thought it was so funny and so entertaining. I like listening to Floor Jansen. I think she's such a versatile singer. Katrina Velarde with all those riffs. There's so much variety, and I try with my vocal teaching to not have any bias in what I'm listening to. So I don't have kind of favorites, if that makes sense. One thing I will say is if I really don't enjoy something, I probably wouldn't put the video out. Luckily, that's not happened yet, because I'm not going into it thinking, do I like this song? I'm just going into it saying, there's a voice, and I'm having a wee listen. Marco, I love Marco's voice. So gritty. BTS Forever, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining. Barbara from Brazil. We've got another person from Brazil in here, so 2 Brazilians, that's grand. Now, Amy, is Jimin your BTS bias? This question, I get asked this question a lot, and the answer is no. I don't have a favourite. I have like things that I like about each of them, but I wouldn't say that one is more um, one is more pleasing to me than the others, if that makes sense. I take them as a group. I really enjoyed doing the solo breakdowns though, because I got to kind of get grips with their voice a wee bit more. I think Jimin has got such a unique sound to his voice. I think that Jungkook has got such a clean tone, so clean. I think that V has got a beautiful smoky kind of texture to his voice, all of that low larynx work that he does. And I think that Jin is just like an all rounder. I think he just has such a big instrument that he can kind of move into different areas without that much fuss. So I like each of them. And see you soon. I'm glad that you've enjoyed this weird little video. I will definitely go back to EXO at some point, so that will be happening. Plus, I mean, Richard, that's a good point. Parents aren't allowed to say that they've got a favourite child. And because I am the unofficial member of BTS, I'm one of the rap line, and I'm their dance coach, I feel like it would be untoward of me to pick a favourite. Or a bias, as we say, in K-pop land. In the world of K-pop, even. Safe answer. It's not even safe. It's properly true. That's how I feel in my heart about the whole thing. Still missing out on I can't pronounce anything. Hwesong in flying. I don't know what that is, but join my Discord and send me a link to that because I will not remember that name. Let me see. Hold on. I feel like I'm not getting any of this dog drawn. Not that that's important. Very musical. OT7. I don't know what that means. Normal to have favourites. I know. If I've had a real, if I was like properly ingrained in BTS as much as like real hardcore fans are, maybe I would lean more one to the other. But I've only heard about 3 official BTS songs and then a few solo stuff because I try not to listen to anything other than stuff that I know I'm not going to be asked to do. So I listen to like lots of like Ella Fitzgerald and Chet Baker and little kind of indie artists, so that when I'm watching these reactions, that you're genuinely getting my first opinion on it. Bambi. I don't know what that is, but it's yes. My bad. I'm just reading everyone's biases. Hello, Ramin. Now, Ramin likes the way that I say over there. Over there. I don't know how that started, but it's a good habit. Did you also, at one point, Ramin asked me not to move my hands in a video as a challenge? Because if you did, I've not done that yet, because I think I would probably just explode. Hello, Valeria from Argentina. This is amazing. So many different countries. Lisa, yes, everyone in BTS is talented. Super talented. Thank you, AK Francis. I do try and spread the love. That sounded wrong. The the analytical love. That makes it even worse. Anyway, I should start reacting to studio versions too. Now, I have opinions on studio stuff. I listen to when I'm listening to vocals, I listen as much for what I'm hearing vocally and for what I'm hearing studio wise. So I get way too distracted with things like pitch correction and compression and all these kind of plugins. I put like a huge rundown on the Pentatonics video on what goes into sound production. Like if you're that way inclined, go and read the pinned comment because the amount of work that producers put in to studio recordings is immense. Like they deserve so much credit. Singers also deserve so much credit, but the easiest way for me to watch and to give my opinion on something is if it's as raw as possible, and then I can be kind of less distracted. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm quite easy to distract. Is this a weird sound to make? Do I know the song Riptide? Is that Foy Vance, or is his name Foy Vance? If that's the song, yes. In Flying is a K-pop band. Cool. Oh, OT7 means no bias. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm one of them then. Barbara, I am what? I am trying to draw a dog. I keep getting distracted by my own um, self. It's no one's fault but mine. But yes, I am trying to draw a dog. I'm trying to draw my dog. Am I on that layer? That's not light enough. That's not right. Question. Do you think that our voices have a tendency to sing more easy in certain genres naturally, or can everything be learned? Yes. I'm going to say yes. Probably there are genres that our voices will be naturally more attracted to. A lot of that is to do with culture, where you're from, what type of music you listen to. Certainly, your voice will be attracted to certain pitches and certain keys. But yeah, I would say genre could fall into that as well. Like some people just have a natural aptitude for jazz because of the way that their voice sits. It's probably more nasalized. Some people would have a more natural aptitude for opera if they've got big, boomy, loud voices and they know how to project really well and thin out their folds at the same time, which is not the easiest trick to pull off. But yeah, I would say that's definitely got the potential to be truth. Did that sound like I was saying fake news? The alternative facts? No, I would say that you could argue that is what I mean to say. I was was I a massive Blazing Squad fan? Did they do that flip reverse it song? And if you let me, I wanna flip reverse it. I know they did. See you at the crossroads, crossroads, crossroads. See you at the crossroads. There was like 200 million of them. Slight exaggeration, but there was a lot of members. Is it Kenzie? Ah, see, so I did know two of their hits. Right. Okay. So why are you not doing the thing that I want you to do? Oh, because that brush is just terrible. I'm catching up here. I'm catching up. Industry related people say that it's best to have a unique voice. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's, yeah, probably pretty bang on because you want somebody that's going to be like remembered. If you sound like other people, then you're probably going to be compared to other people, and then it will just follow you around like a bad smell. So it's always best to just cultivate your own style, and then to hell with anyone else that has an opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? Mimi, Ireland is cool. I've only been once, but I had a great time. And I feel like Irish people are Scottish people's like cousins. Like we are super close in culture and humor and the way that we like to party. I think it's all very similar. So yeah, you're family to me. Kelsey's from England, our southern neighbour. Where in England? Where in England? I've got family in Bristol, and I think Bristol is an amazing city. Honestly, every time I visit, I am so at ease. I just think it's so cool. It's such a cool city. Sweden is cool. I think everyone is underestimating their places of residence. Maybe your name automatically becomes guy. Hey Ewan, how are you? Eric's from Hong Kong. Everyone's from everywhere. Alison's just recently subscribed. Welcome to the family. Loved your pentatonic reactions. And am I planning more? Yes, I will be doing more. I want to do some of these evolutions of X, Y, or Z videos, where they've just got like a mic in the middle of the room, because I think their voices are insane together. I want to see them blending in like real time, and get a real feel for them. They're super talented. Have I listened to Marco's solo stuff? What with tarot? There is a tarot reaction up on my channel, so there's one. Um, Other than that, no. I've done the Islander, which I mean you could argue was a solo that he did, but it's a Nightwish song. So I have listened to that, to tarot. I can't remember what the song was called though. Dum, 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 dum. Lisa's from Ohio. I think Ohio is also cool. I don't know. Is there a non-cool place? Shane Fillon. Was Shane Fillon in that You Raised Me Up video? Is that the one that I kind of accidentally made myself look like an idiot on? I feel like it is. Forestella. I have heard that name a lot in my mentions. My mentions, not menchie. A menchie is what you write onto somebody's cast if they break their arm. I've seen that in my comments. I've not reacted to them. I should chuck that on Discord, and it will be done. A video reacting to Shane Fillon. I will. Let's send me some links. Hard to choose favourite BTS members because they're all talented. Yes, I agree. I agree with that. I feel like I'm way behind in the comments here. What were you? I am 4 minutes behind. Marg PLSR from Tri-City in Poland. I thank you very much for your comment. That's very kind of you to say. Just said she likes my reactions in case anyone wants to scroll up and find it. I need to have a drink. Hold on. Brummy accents find singing easier because talking is already halfway there. Crossroads by Tracy Chapman. That is a good song. I remember when I heard Tracy Chapman for the first time, I did not know that she was a woman. I thought it was like Tracy Jordan. And then it kind of makes more sense once you see her. And you're like, oh. Is that a weird thing to say? Maybe. Oh, never mind the Buzzcocks. Hilarious for ripping people. If you're into that kind of humour, which I am because I'm from Scotland. I've seen that two completely different singers are compared. For instance, Opera is being compared to Madonna. I don't think they sound similar at all. As you said, she gets called the Israeli Madonna. So, because of that, they'll instinctively want to compare her to Madonna. But yeah, they don't sound the same. So, I don't think that carries water, to be honest. Hello, Darius, watching from Malaysia. How cool is this? I'm blown away with the amount he is. Catherine, since you should be taking care of your voice, could you give us tips on to take care on a daily basis or before or after singing? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. So, first of all, hydrate. Now, if you think that by taking a sip of water, your throat and your folds are going to be hydrated straight away, then you are wrong. Because your water, the water that you drink, goes down your esophagus. It doesn't go down your larynx. So it doesn't hydrate your folds straight away. So that water has to kind of hydrate via, I think it's osmosis. That can take up to 4 hours. So you want to start drinking at least 4 hours before you have to sing. Second thing is warm ups. Don't do massively long warm ups. There's absolutely no point. You're basically gonna tire your voice out. Do a few wee warm ups, but nothing that's too crazy. Maybe a scales and also sirens, which is sing. Starting the word sing, hold the ng up and down your range. That's a really good way to kind of stretch your folds in a nice, safe way. Then I make a drink for when my voice is tired. It's honey, lemon, root ginger, dash of cayenne pepper, and boiling water, like a tea. Just chuck it all in a cup and have at it. That's really good. And also, I don't know where it's gone, but I also steam my voice. So I have this thing called a Dr. Nelson steamer. It's a big ceramic pot with like a glass tube that comes at the top. So if you do that, then it means that you can breathe in the steam, and that will get to your folds faster. So if you're like really desperate, then that's one thing to do. And then also warming down is a good idea. So just like a warm up in reverse, but kind of a wee bit more gentle. And also, if you're doing lots of high impact voicing between takes or between songs, do this. It's a little bit fry, and what that does is it resets everything. Your larynx goes back into a mid position, your folds slacken, and they kind of get a wee bit more relaxed, and it just reduces the amount of muscle tension that you're carrying. So those are a few tips. I hope they help. Again, that was a really long answer to a very short question, so I hope everyone enjoyed that. Midlands of Brummie! I have never been there, but I would like to go. Yeah, great crack in Scotland and Ireland. Yeah, indeed. We kind of drink the same amounts. Hi, Drins from the Philippines. How are we? How's the Philippines today? Hi, Cass, Army. I like the fact that two of the nicest fandoms that I've found are BTS and Nightwish. I mean, there's lots of different fandoms, but they both call themselves Army, which I find interesting. I miss Marco too, but he's probably having the time of his life, having a wee bit of a break, and who knows, nothing is forever in music. Things can kind of return, and you might see Marco again, or you might see him in a completely different situation, and that could be better. Dare I say it? Who knows? I'll see you later, Francis, aka Francis. I mean, you've probably gone by now because I'm way behind in the comments. My dad just bought me an iced coffee reduced to 44p. Yes! No, drink that coffee. Fortune favours the brave and the bold. Gaelic and Celtic culture. Yeah, pretty similar. I'm doing some coursework with an Irish girl at the moment called Emily. She's hilarious. And we were talking about Gaelic words. And there are like a bunch of crossovers between Irish Gaelic and Scottish Gaelic. One that we found didn't match was the word for dog. In Scottish Gaelic, it's coo, which I thought was weird because that just sounds like a cow. But there we are. Another piece of useless information. What is my puppy's name? Sophia. His name is Otis. And you will see him in some videos and you'll hear him snoring in most of them, and also maybe the odd little fart. So that's his bag. Tracy Chapman does have a deep voice for a woman. Driving a fast car, I got a ticket to anywhere. I really want my voice to get back to normal. What did I study to become a vocal coach? You studied, that's related with your singing. So weirdly enough, I'm a mixture of both. I'm self-taught and I also study. So for many, many years, I was self-taught and I learned to sing by watching other singers and imitating them. And I have quite a good ear for picking up little nuanced things. So for many, many years, that was enough for me. But then it got to the point where people started asking me, I was just doing gigs and stuff, can you teach me how to do that? And I was like, well, no, because I know how I do it, but I don't know how to explain it in a way that makes sense. So I started working with this model called Estel, and it's basically like science of singing, and it just made sense. So I subscribe to quite a lot of that teaching. I'm actually studying at the moment to become a master trainer in that vocal model, so hopefully that happens at some point. But between the two, like blending them together, I find that I've got like focus on how I want to teach. I'm going to try and incorporate some stuff from my experience into Estel, and then try and blend it all together and make some big, mushy, knowledge-filled bag. I know, Darius. I know. I know. Right? Do I just skip? How long do I warm up for? Not that long. Skip the ginger people. You've got a ginger thing. You don't like ginger. Ginger's the way forward. It's the king of the spice. Jump. Right. Okay. Hold on. Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad you like my accent and my sense of humour. It's not really a sense of humour, it's just not being connected to reality, I think. Lalith, hello. Northeast India, wow. You like my facial expressions. Thank you. And the way I'm laughing while reacting. I can't help it. When I find something funny, my laugh is just obnoxiously loud. Nina, hello, Sweden. You would pay to see me sing an opera song. Now, they have English songs too. But maybe try it at some point. Who knows? Thank you, Clara. People just like my accent, I think. That's the thing. That might be my whole thing, is that I have a Scottish accent. Somebody, did I answer how long I spend warming up? Not a huge amount of time, because I've got things to do. Life is too short. But yeah, a few sirens, a few wee scales, and we are good to go. Thank you, Christine. Christine, I actually do sessions with, so that's actually like a testimonial. That's serious. I don't know what's going on. I have a Pirate of the Caribbean vibe with my Scottish accent. I like that. I'll take that. When you worked in Dalwhinnie, I think I remember you writing this comment before. Have you told me this before? I feel like you have. I wish I could hear all your accents. This would be good if it was just like a massive Zoom call and everyone was just like, blah. That would sound crazy. But you know what I mean. Ginger does not burn, does it? I don't really see the tongue, right? Because we're back into drawing, right? I'm trying to do some kind of blending, but I think we're going to have to go back in and do another layer of detail at some point. But I need to press on, because I do not think that... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just starting to panic. How are we all feeling? It's been an hour now, so maybe what I'll do is another half hour, if you can all be bothered putting up with me for that long, and then we can see how we feel at that point. Don't feel scared when you have to sing, because your body will pick up on that stuff and it will start to like jump in to try and protect you. And protecting you is actually counterproductive. It will make things worse. So if someone says sing, just go, yeah, what do you want to hear? And then just jump at it like you're the Don. Because you are. You are British or Scottish or from Ireland? I'm Scottish. Do I watch Outlander? I don't watch Outlander, but I did nearly walk into Sam Hewinden's car. I was walking Otis and he pulled up in a Range Rover the other day, and I was like, I recognise that dude. It was Sam Hewenden. So that's for all the people that say that, we get annoyed saying Scotland's not that small, and then we actually do know everyone. So, right, why is this not working? This is frustrating. Hello, Lo May. Can I sing tomorrow just a little bit? Is tomorrow just a little bit a song, or do you mean can I sing on Sunday? I'm confused. Famous by association is a great start to any career. Yeah, I was run over by. I'll see you soon, Richard. Thanks for your comments. They have been fun. Right. Why is this doing that? It must be something dead obvious, but I don't know what that is. Oh! How very dare you. Hello, Mandaloo Who. Is that a reference to The Grinch? Or Dr. Seuss? Because if it is, I love that. 50th anniversary of the album Blue. Joni Mitchell. I'm not hugely familiar with Joni Mitchell's work. I'm going to be honest. She's an absolute legend of music, but I don't know her work all that well. So that would be an interesting one to look into. Do you think? Right, I'm going to close this down and reopen it. Do not judge me for my desktop. I'm just gonna say that right now, because it's a mess. It's a mess. Oh, oft. We did not like that. We didn't need to see that. Am I stressed out in my drawing? No, not really. Is it possible to hire me for your partner for singing lessons? Of course, just go onto my website, www.sstvocals.com, and you can book stuff there. Easy peasy. Sing now. Sing now. Sing what? I'm trying to think what would work with the fact that my voice is buckled. We're gonna judge me in principle. I am a fan of folders. You should see the folders. They're crazy. Right, I'm giving Toty Boy some texture on that nose, because noses are textured for dogs and for some people. Is my girlfriend not jealous because of a lot of female viewers? I don't think she's bothered. I don't think she's bothered. She's chilling. We've got a kid together. We're just like a boring couple, so I don't think she's worried. And I don't I don't know. No, she's not. I'm gonna stop there. So there were so many folders. I mean, okay, actually, there's not that many folders. But I do have lots of external hard drives where I throw like videos, and so they go into folders in my external hard drives, and then that just needs sorted out. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, guys. Sing a song. What am I going to sing? I could sing a lullaby that my mum used to sing to me when I was little to make me go to sleep, and I now sing it to Wallace. It's a weird song though. It's called Mersey Totes. Have you heard of it? Mersey Totes. So stupid. Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes and little Lansy Divey, Kiddly Divey too, wouldn't you? Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes and little Lansy Divey, Kiddly Divey too, wouldn't you? If the words sound clear or funny to your ear, a little bit jumbly and jivey, then Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes and little Lansy Divey. Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes and little Lansy Divey, Kiddly Divey too, wouldn't you? Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes and little Lansy Divey, Kiddly Divey too, wouldn't you? No way, Christine! Is that right? See, because some people sing Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes like it's like gibberish, but then the words are mares eat oats like a horse, does eat oats like a deer, little lambs eat ivy. I don't know if that's true. Kids will eat ivy too, which I'm assuming is a baby goat. Wouldn't you? To which the answer is no. I don't know anyone that eats ivy. So, do I know any old traditional Scottish songs? Not really. Unless you count Caledonia as one. Oh, Matt Hancock's resigned. Anyone in Britain? That's just come through. I just got a thing on my phone. A Broadway song? Is it? I've been living a lie. Do I ever wear a kilt? Yes. I have a black kilt, but I don't really want it anymore, so I'll need to buy a new one. I wore it about New York, and people shouted, "Hey Irish!" at me, and I was like, I'm not Irish. I don't know if Irish people wear kilts. They might. But I just said hi and responded because I'll reply to anything. Caledonia isn't that old, that's true. Robin, yes, sing. No, you won't be bad. You won't be bad. Maybe a little bit of rust, but just get some brasso on it. I don't know what that means. Maybe we should have all been eating ivy. That's true. Yeah, Irish people don't wear kilts. I didn't think they did. A beer commercial. Right. Shots have been fired in every which direction here. Broadway, lullaby, beer commercial. If my mum sang me a beer commercial every night, that explains a lot of things about why I like beer so much. So it is technically her fault. Did I wear something under a kilt? No, nothing was worn. It was all in perfect working order. Seriously though, you're not supposed to. Yeah, so don't go around eating ivy because it's poisonous. If I were a rich man, na 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 na. Is that one? Gwen Stefani stole that song. She did. St. Mungo's. Yes, I do like that beer very much. Very much. Does that nose work on him? I don't know if that does. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's add in some lines around the eyes, shall we? Thank you. I don't know if I've said this before. I don't know if it's a sense of humour. It's more just insanity, I would say. That's what it feels like, anyway. Oh, thanks. Have you ever sang a BTS song to myself? Yeah, so after I do reactions to them, I tend to get songs stuck in my head for a little while. So um, I find that save me, da, 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 save me. That comes into my head quite a lot. And smooth like butter, da, 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 comes into my head quite a lot. Da, 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 da. What else? Dynamite got stuck in my head for a while. Their songs are written in a way that they're getting stuck in your head. It's not a question of like there's not a case of permission. It's just gonna live rent free in your head for a while, and that's that. Cass, go deal with the grandson. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you just stopping over to come and say hello to me while I do some random stuff. Obviously, this is really working for my channel's algorithm because they'll be like, "What's he doing? Is he an artist now?" And I'm like, "Clearly not." Epiphany. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'd say that did get stuck in my head for a little while. Euphoria, as well. That let me tell you something. That song got stuck in my head for a while, and Hey Mama, yeah, all of them, all the ones I have listened to so far have pitched up and decided that they're not going from my brain. Oh, no, we'll just style that out. I'm not going back on that line for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bruv? Stigma. Yeah, that probably was Stigma. And then what was the one that Jimin was singing in that elevator shaft? It's like that. I can't remember though. I do know that that was the key that he sung it in the elevator. See you soon, PJ. She doesn't really listen to much in the way of like modern music, really. Um, Old souls at heart, us too. Well, that looks better now. He's got some like actual definition to those eyeballs. Serendipity. That sounds right. That sounds like one that I've done before, so that makes sense. Checks out. What are you? Right, you're the eyebrows. You're next on my hit list. I'm gonna darken you, and I don't know where the light's coming from because. But yeah, I get lots of songs stuck in my head. It doesn't take much for a song to get stuck in my head. Let's put it that way. Pretty much just have to hear it. I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see that very well. Let me. I'm adding in shading and stuff, so you can see his eyebrows are a certain different color. He's got texture in his nose and his tongue. It looks a little bit kind of disjointed because I've not shaded much other bits, but it's a work in progress, isn't it? You know. See you later, Barbara. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, that was a little bit of subharmonic. Did you hear that? Bye. You can kind of hear the undertone in it. Fun times. Listen to that voice. It's wrecked, everybody. It is wrecked. But it's okay. Time is a great healer. Just have to be patient. Have I ever watched the IT Crowd? I have seen a few episodes of it. I like the guy that's in it. I can't remember his name. I can't remember anyone's name, so that's not unusual for me. What is his name? He's married to Lawrence Fox's sister, I think, because there was a whole thing about the Question Time drama. When am I reacting to Dimash again? Soon, hopefully. Soon. Time is just a big thing for me, because obviously I do everything myself, so I'm one of those channels that you're just gonna have to come along for the ride, and hopefully I'll do your faves intermittently, you know. Do I have a favourite movie soundtrack? Do I have a favourite movie soundtrack? Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Danny Elfman. So, like, The Nightmare Before Christmas has a great soundtrack, or also Edward Scissorhands. I really love the music from that. Every time it snows, that's that ooh song pops into my head without fail. Um, what other films have great soundtracks? I don't know. I feel like when I'm watching films, it's more like big pieces of music. That's cool. I did not know that, DQ. I will remember that. Thanks, Mandaloo. The piano soundtrack. Oh, the Amelie soundtrack's good. Is that Jan Tiersen? Is that Jan Tiersen? Maybe. I'll see you later, Kelsey. I know I won't keep you guys for too much longer anyway. Because I understand this is probably a bit weird. Like, what were you doing today? Oh, I just watched a guy draw a picture of a dog on a Saturday evening. That's a bit weird, isn't it? See you later, Mandaloo. That soundtrack is good. That soundtrack is very good. Hoofed. Otis is snoring. Yeah, I'll take a wee breather from Otis. I'll answer a couple more questions, and then I'll let you guys get on with your weekend, because we've been sitting chatting for a long time, and I feel like I'm holding you guys ransom. I will see you this week, and I am probably going to phone a doctor and be like, give me antibiotics. So, hopefully. How about the B word? Has it hit my country hard or not very much? Yeah, it's kind of ruining farming, which is not great. But yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? It's a hard one. I don't know where other people sit on the fence, but I was not for the idea of Brexit, so I'm kind of having to live with that situation. No, I'm not tired of you. I am not tired of you at all. At all. I'm worried that you're tired of me, if anything. You know. Inception, that's got a great soundtrack too. Who did that soundtrack? I can't remember. Most of Scotland was Ellie. Most of Scotland was. So that was fun. That was fun for us to watch unfold in real time. he laughs or he will cry. I won't cry, don't worry. Right. I'm gonna do some pink on this here ear. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. I'm walking into this with the confidence of somebody that knows what they're doing, but I am not one of these people that knows what they're doing, so, and that's going to make things interesting, isn't it? So I'm thinking around, that's his head, like that. We take it from there. See you later. I hope your arms get better. Yeah, come up and come up and see us. We'd be happy to say hello, and you will probably meet lots of people who will um, be very kind. Hopefully, that's kind of what Scotland. I feel like that's what Scotland's like. I hope that's what comes across. Because if it's not, I'm gonna have to go and have this chat with all of Scotland, and that's not ideal. I am great, Reese. How are you? How are you feeling? Reese is one of my most recent patrons who requested the P1 Harmony video. So if you like that video, then you can extend your thanks to them because they chose it. I was very happy to do it. Did you miss anything interesting? I'm going to say no. Probably not. Probably not. I mean, it's a frame of mind in it. Oh wait, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I'm going to redo that. By the way, are a lot of people of this community in Scotland? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do I recommend for vegetarians in my country? Typical Scottish dish, but vegetarian. You can have vegetarian haggis. That is a thing that exists in this world, and it's delicious. It's kind of I don't know how to explain it, but it's nice. Kind of like a thicker kind of skirly, which is also a Scottish thing. So, oh, it didn't help. Skirly is like oats. Um, we do vegetarian. We do like vegan square sausage and stuff as well. So I'm sure we could cater to you. Let me cater to you, cause baby, this is your day. You're all I want in my man, baby, I'll blow you away. Do you remember that song, Destiny's Child? That was a banger. That was a great tune. What else is good for vegetarians in Scotland? I mean, I'm assuming Iron Brew is vegetarian. So that would be a good shout. And I mean, like rock, just vegetarian, not vegan. That's an important distinction to make. Because there's rock, as in it's like basically just sugary stuff. But I'm sure that would that have gelatin in it? Maybe not. I don't know. But then rocks found all over the UK. You have to let me think about that one. Vegetarian fish and chips? Yes. Usually it is jackfruit that they use. I've had jackfruit fish and chips before in a place called Stereo in Glasgow, and it was very good. And then I had it again in a place called the Hug and Pint. Lisa, do you remember when Inception came out? There was an app that was released for it, and it turned your iPhone into a soundscape. So like, if you clapped your hands, it would go choo, 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 and like warp. It was amazing. I wonder if that app still exists. Because if it does, that might be my my evening. I live a really wild life, as you can see. Right, airbrushed and get that a little bit neater. There we go. That looks good. I mean, that's debatable whether it looks good or not, but to me, that looks alright. I'm not doing this for any particular reason either, by the way. This is just a dog. Am I recognised in public places? No. One person recognised me once and messaged me about it and said, "Oh, I think I saw you today at the train station." And I said, "Well, you should have just come and said hi." Because I'm just a person. So, other than that, does anyone recognise me? No, but people think I look like lots of different people. When I was younger, I used to get drinks sent to my table because I looked like a Swedish footballer called Kim Kallström, I mean, I've probably gained about 15 stone since then, but at the time I probably did look quite like him. And most of my viewers, I don't know. I had an interview with a guy called Jacob Restituto recently, and I was explaining to him I don't really know much about my analytics because I don't, I'm not driven by things like that. So I think my audience is from all over. A lot of folk from the Philippines, a lot of folk from America, a lot of folk from all over. But I don't know if the majority are from Scotland. Somebody's messaging me. Hold on. I will reply to that and then I'll get back to this. I like that. I would quite happily be the guy that was mowed down by Sam Hewenden, if that's, is that how you say his name? Hewenden? Did you hear that snoring? That was the dog. Yes! Lisa remembers the app. That was a great app. Many an hour wasted on that app. When did I decide to become a vocal coach? Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. I've always been a singer, but the vocal coaching kind of developed. I was saying a little bit earlier, like people were asking me how to do stuff, and I didn't have the vernacular for it, so I then went and studied, what studied the whole thing, and became a bit better at explaining it. So yeah, a couple few years. Why is that doing that now? Oh, I know very well why. I can't do nothing about that. I'm just going to have to go and use the rubber at some point. It can be trained, Mimi. It can be trained. It can be trained. It takes a lot of self-discipline though, to get to that point. You need to be first and foremost a really good listener. To be a good singer, you have got to be a good listener as well. And I feel like for some people that is the biggest bridge that that people have to cross, is that they're like, oh yeah, no, that's fine, and you're like, no, you need to go back and like really listen to what the person that you want to sound like is doing, and listen to what you're doing, and you need to try and square off these things and make them into uh, one entity, if you like. Did somebody, was that, is there a difference between teaching a woman and a man? I mean, the anatomy is the same, so in that regard, no, but there are certain strengths and weaknesses. Like for instance, a lot of women or females, they struggle to go into stiff folds, which we would consider falsetto. Everything stays in quite a thin fold position instead. But nothing that's so different that it would become an issue, if that makes sense. There's more than a glimmer for hope for you, Mimi. There's buckets of hope. It's raining hope in Ireland right now. I don't even know if it's raining, but that'd be so poetic, wouldn't it? You're like, I also control the weather as well as being the rapper of BTS. Not the rapper, one of the new one, the secret one. They're just waiting to announce it. Like this weird Scottish guy from YouTube is now our fourth rapper. Never gonna happen. Right, okay, so shall we wrap this up? And then that's like an hour and a half. Which city am I living in? Glasgow. I live in Glasgow, and that's where I live. That's such a, I don't know why I said that. It's so weird. Yeah, see, it's raining. I guessed it, and that's not precipitation. That's just hope by the bucket load. So start singing. That's all I can say. That's all I can say about it. Hey, Jasper, how are you? Jasper is another recent patron who, over on Patreon, I've put up some like designs for a new like larynx sketch that I was messing around with, and Jasper had some very good suggestions for it, so they'll be getting implemented at some point. I'm gonna darken up Toti's wee face here. I feel like it needs a little bit more depth. Yeah, that's just the ticket, isn't it? Look at that. That's just the ticket. We're gonna build these layers up. I should become a philosopher. That is correct. Again, maybe I will become the official BTS philosopher as well. They don't know that yet. They will be so happy to find out that that's what's happening. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Of my photos. So I also put pictures from like my walks on Patreon, because I think Glasgow is such a beautiful city, and I think sometimes it gets this reputation. People think it's like Gotham, and it's actually really green and lovely and friendly, you know. So I try and share that side of Glasgow as best I can, and I'm glad that you enjoy the photos. That makes me happy. I said happy and then I had the most serious face. That makes me happy. Yeah, I'm happy. That does make me happy. Right. Shall we pick this up another time? Do you like these lives? Should I do more of these when I get a chance? Like just come and hang about with you and chat nonsense. What do you feel? What do you feel about that? It has always been on the cards that I've wanted to kind of do more of this kind of stuff. So, I mean, that could definitely be a thing that we could try and implement. Again, it's going to be like everything else that I do. So, packaged within the realm of chaos. And, yeah, I will give you every opinion that you demand of me, Amy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Should I show you Toti just now? Because that's not giving a good vibe. Look, we're kind of building him up. He's getting a little bit more depth now. His ears look blurry because they're out of focus. So I might have to make them a little bit more detailed. Everything's going to have to be more detailed. We're going to have to put in some little hairs. Sam Crates can be your BTS stage name. Sam Crates. Am I saying that wrong? Sam Crates? I am the eighth member. I'm the eighth member. I am the Green Power Ranger. Do you remember him? And all the Power Rangers, they were like, "Oh, you can't be in our group." And he's like, "Actually, mate, I've got a robot dinosaur." And they were like, "Oh, okay, come on." That's who I'm gonna be. Oh yeah, Sam Johnson is following me now because of Jasper, because Jasper tweeted about me and mentioned Sam Johnson in the same sentence, same tweet, saying that like if you like him, you might like me, or that you liked him and you were holding out reserving judgment on me until you'd seen some more videos, and then he liked it, and then we kind of had a wee like chat, and then we follow each other on Twitter. Isn't that amazing? I think he is really, really, really talented. I love the way that he's so analytical. Kind of, I can see a lot of where our styles kind of overlap, which is cool. I like his stuff very much. In fact, so I don't watch other reactors, and I don't watch other vocal coaches as much as I can, because I don't want to be swayed. So I will sometimes watch other vocal coaches after I've released a video. So say if I did like Damash, hello, I would then upload it and then I would go and see what other folk are saying. And if they say something that I've not noticed, I'm like, ah, and I learn like that way. But Sam Johnston is one of those people that I like. I think his opinion is hugely high in regard with regards to my brain. Oh, that made sense. Socrates, Samcrates, that makes sense. Okay, I've got you. I will. Yes, I'll be Samcrates. Packaged within the realm of chaos is my new life motto. Well, run with it, because I guess just do it. My English is easy to understand. You speak beautiful, so it's great. Thank you. A lot of folks struggle with Scottish accents, so I'm quite glad that mine has been so easy to understand for so many folk, because I do speak quite fast. Collab with Sam Johnson. I don't know if Sam Johnson would even want to collab with me, but if he ever did, I would be there with bells on. I would wear physical bells. I would be dripping in bells, and then I'd probably have to take them all off because it would ruin the audio, but I'd do it. But I don't know if he'd ever ask me to do something like that. Thank you, how do I say your name? Marge PL? Marg PL? Anyway, thank you. I appreciate that you like my style of coaching and my style of reacting, so I'm made up. Thank you. He does treat people nicely. That's another thing, is that he's honest, but he doesn't use people and he doesn't use singers for his own ends. Like, he doesn't it's not like sensational. His channel's just quite matter of fact. I tend to kind of mess around more on my videos, but it's never at the expense of somebody. It's 100% of the time at the expense of me and how I can't pronounce anything and how I'm stupid. And I kind of get that vibe from him. Like, when it's time to watch singers, we're not there to like judge. We're there to kind of explain and kind of try and make sense of it so that other people can then take that information. So yeah, I do like him very much. This has turned into a Sam Johnson love fest. Thanks, Catherine. It was a very nice, lovely, big, long compliment. Thank you. Productive live. Mine and Hosier's accents. He's Irish, I think. So that's kind of same. Oh, with bells, right. So the phrase "I'll be there with bells on" is a phrase that we say in Scotland, and I don't know actually what it's meaning. I hope it doesn't have horrendous historical ties, and if it does, then I will not be there with bells on. But I think it's just I think it's an innocent ding ling 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 ling. It's just the same. Sam is incredibly nice and approachable, really. Yes, I assume you're talking about Sam Johnson, and I agree. Marguerite. That's a lovely name. Lovely name. A general Sam trait, or are we nice Sams? That could be our channel if we do like a collab. It's like two nice Sams being nice to each other. Who's gonna be the nicest? We'll just aggressively compliment each other the whole time until one of us gives up. Sam squared. The wholesome Sam channels. I love that. I love that. I hope he might never ever see this, but if he does, then I hope he knows how much like this audience is totally overlapping. I love it. Hi, Celine. I don't even think I'm going to be here for that much longer. So, hello, and we'll see how much longer I'm on here for. I don't know how do you do collab ideas? Pressure them. You could just comment on his videos and just be like, do something with him, and then he'll probably block me on Twitter. But it'll be worth it. The gamble is worth it. Pardon me, I was a bit to cough, but you're not supposed to cough because it's bad for you. If you've got a tickly throat, you're supposed to do a thing called a huff breath, and it's where you go. Did you hear that? So what you're doing is blasting that phlegm or mucus or whatever's in your throat through open folds, so that it actually makes its way out. Because a cough, your folds and your false vocal folds are coming together, like the larynx is closing down. It's called thoracic fixation. Or chest bracing, and it doesn't help to actually get rid of this stuff. So that's a fact. That's just something for you. Alicia coming through with the goods. She's telling me about what this means. When you're driving horses with a carriage, you have bells on the reins, and if you broke down and somebody helped you, you would give them a bell. So it means you'll be there with no trouble. That is exactly what that phrase means, and I knew that from the start. I didn't know that from the start, but I'm so glad that it's not something awful. So yeah, I'll be there with bells on. Is now back in play, everybody. So I think I'm gonna head. This is what happened in the last live, is that I say I'm gonna go like 3,000 times, and then I never go anywhere. But you know, I will. Have I ever had a person, a man at 40 years old, who'd never sang once tried to learn? Of course. Yeah, I've had people of all experience levels, and they've all come away with more experience. Again, I said this at kind of the start of the live. It depends on how much work you're going to put in. Absolutely, but yeah, everyone will take something away from it. Because I try and teach anatomy and everything else at the same time. So, yes, totally, they will get something from it. Right. Guys, I'm going to go. I will show you. Oh, look at that circle of his face. I'll show you what he looks like just now. Obviously, it's like building up these deep layers. But hopefully it turns into something pretty cool. I have to go back in and do highlights. But anyway, I hope you've had a good time with me. I've had a great time with you. And I'm going to love you and leave you. But have a lovely weekend and a wider week. Do I play any instruments? No, I've tried a lot of instruments. But singing was the only one that really stuck with me. I'm learning very basic piano to try and like accompany folk. But that's going to be a long process, I feel. I'm so glad that you all enjoyed this, and I love you all dearly. So have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye.